Hi YouTube, please give me a moment while I connect to Facebook. And should be live on Facebook. Hi everybody, welcome to the Strategic Swing Trader weekly broadcast. I am Sami Abasad, Director of Education at T3 Live. We're going to be reviewing the market and reviewing some amazing swing ideas for next week. But before we start, as always, a standard required disclaimer to let you know that trading is risky and that whatever we discuss is for educational purposes only. If you'd like to download a copy of my free ebook, link for that is in the description below. If you have any questions, need help, or want to just get in touch, email us info@t3live.com. And lastly, if you wouldn't mind, if you find benefit in today's video and like to help support our channel, be sure to subscribe and like today's video. And without further ado, let's jump in. We're going to first start off by taking a look at the market, and then we'll go over the swing ideas that I put together for you. The market, not much can be said about it other than it's really bullish. And with last week's attempt to break the uptrend, failed, right? That just goes to show you that the market is higher, not lower. Because this was a little bit bearish and then right back up. So the market is very bullish. Looking at the SPY, we have two wide range green bars in a row and still basically at resistance. Okay, so we have a little bit of room, but still in the area of resistance, right? Look in the IWM, is very weak. Resistance still above actually. And I read the headlines, at least I didn't read the whole article, that FRC is going to be taken over by the FDIC. So with that, if that news comes to pass, then I think the market might be lower tomorrow, but the overall bias on the market is just bullish. Okay, it's just bullish, the overall bias. But again, if the FDIC takes over First Republic, then maybe lower for tomorrow. Here's the ideas that I got for you for tomorrow. I got AKAM, which looks beautiful but doesn't have a lot of room till it hits resistance. It's got a 1, 2, 3 plus a buy setup, so long stop and maybe a target right here, 85. Looks beautiful, but again, the only issue is we do have resistance not too far above right here. So that's kind of my biggest problem with it. We have BABA and we have VIPs from the China stocks that look the best to me. I also really like the MNSO, but it's too late now, so that's why it's not even on the list. So I'm going to be stocking it for an entry. And there's a couple other China stocks that I like the EDU, but I'm already in it as an earnings play this day. No, I got it the day before it popped. So these are a little late, and they don't have great setups just yet. So for now, for tomorrow, I'm going to be watching BABA, which looks good, over 85.70, stop under 82.20. And then I also like VIPs even more so than BABA, but it needs to take out the daily highs, the 2023 highs, which is about 1610. Stop would be under 1380. Long-term play because it looks amazing on the larger time frames. The monthly is a base breakout, transition A base breakout. The weekly is a base breakout plus a shakeout. So I like it all around, the VIPS, but it needs to take out 1610, 1611 first. Okay, Disney, I tried it over here. I thought it might, I might get stopped out because it was right at resistance and hadn't based long enough for the 20 MA to catch up. And sure enough, it popped, got me triggered in, and then stopped me out. So this didn't work out, and notice over here the pop. So it should be higher, but it's two green bars in a row, which I don't usually like to play after two green bars in a row. But in this case, I like it higher over either Friday's high. I think Friday's high, yeah, 102.60. Stop under 96.40 as a long-term play also. So I don't think it's going to be able to take this pivot out. So I'm betting that if it takes out Friday's high, that it will eventually get to about 115, 116. Okay, that's the Disney. GERN is a daily buy setup, not the best, honestly, but looks okay over the base. Stop under it. I like the igniting wide range green bar. I also like the monthly chart on the GERN. It's a monthly buy setup. Reminds me of the CTIC, which is not even on the list, has a monthly buy setup. I'd have to open up the chart for you to see it. Let's open it up. I just need to change the scaling to logarithmic. Oh, it is on logarithmic. Oh, okay. Wow. I thought it was on arithmetic. Anyways, look at it on your own platform, because on this platform the monthly is squished a little bit. So this has a monthly buy setup, a daily buy setup also. It's listed in the watch list that I put in the description, but didn't make the final cut. Okay, so check it out if you wanna have the complete list. It's in the video description. Long over about $5, stop under 469. So that's the CTIC. We talked about the GERN. GOOG, one of the last big names that hasn't really broken out. It looks higher but sloppy over the base. Stop right here. Okay, on GOOG as a long-term play. The HAYW or HAYW. It looks okay. I would much rather play it long if it got first a red bar and then it went back up and took out the red bar's high, like so, let's just say, then I would do it. But it is a weekly buy setup and it's a nice rounding bottom on the daily chart. So I'm just watching it. I'm not ready to play it tomorrow. The HMY, and I would say the AGI, or what's the symbol? Let me just, AGI, yeah, AGI. Are probably the best looking gold stocks right now. HMY, AGI, they're very sloppy, pretty sloppy, but I like the AGI higher over 1311 basically. Stop would be under 1240. And then the HMY, it triggered already, but I'd say over 466. The tight stop would be under 438. The wide, more secure stop would be under 430. And that's what I would use. When the pattern is sloppy, I always use the wide stop. When the pattern is very, very neat, very clean, then I use the tight stop. Does that make sense? It should. When it's really sloppy, you don't want to get shaken out, so you use the wide stop. When it's very tight, the likelihood of getting shaken out is very low, so you use the tight stop. HSY is a pretty tight pattern. Looks higher as a 1, 2, 3, long over 263.50. No. 273.42. Let's just say 273.50. Stop under 269.70. HSY, Hershey's, all-time high. All-time high. So really, really bullish. Daily 1, 2, 3. MDB is a base breakout. Very sloppy, but I do like the breakdowns that failed over here. Tried to go lower, failed. Tried to go lower here, failed. So as soon as it pops, I think it'll follow through. So I like it higher, either over this bar's high, which would be ideal, but would make for a large stop, 248.15, or at the very least over 243.73, 244. Stop under 230. 230. Wow, big stop. 244 by 230, but this stock can move. That's the thing. And target about 350 or so. So it's a pretty good target, over $100. MKC is a 1, 2, 3. Reminds me a little bit of the HAYW. Not that they're the same pattern, but in both cases, wide range bar and then a narrow range bar that took out Thursday's high. So it would have been better if it had stayed within the top third of Thursday's high. So not as good in this case, but I like it over 88.20 by 87.20, $1 stop. Schwab, again, probably if First Republic gets taken over by the FDIC, I'm expecting the banks will be lower. It will open lower tomorrow, but if not, I like Schwab higher over 52.50, stop under 50.30. Okay, target 1 would be 55, target 2 would be about $60 on Schwab. WULF is a breakout, and man, I was in the WULF and got shaken out when it took out the red bar's low, and as you can see, it went back up and is breaking out already, but I'm not in it anymore. It looks higher. I mean, it looks really, really bullish. A long over 177, $1.77, stop under $1.35. And then target, I don't know, would have to just be managed. Okay, the WULF. VIPs we talked about, CTIC we talked about, AGI we talked about. Here's the short list, and it's a very short list. We have ABUS, short as an hourly based breakdown after an igniting gap down. So short under the lows, stop right here. Okay, so the entry would be under 247, stop over 257, 10 cents, and then target would be, I would say about 230. So it looks good, about 2 to 1 reward to risk. DPZ, very bearish gap and crap. The gap up got sold, and now we have a 1, 2, 3 is at resistance. And then the first bar was too big in my opinion. I like it when the 1, 2, 3 bar, when the first bar on a 1, 2, 3 pattern isn't this big. But DPZ looks lower. This was a great stock to own during the pandemic. It did extremely well, and then it's been falling ever since. Ever since it topped out, I mean, and now has another weekly sell setup. Would love to do it, but again, it's not. I don't think it's a great setup because of the support, because of the size of the first red bar. So if we can get a couple, like 1 or 2 more doji bars, then I would definitely play it as a weekly sell setup. The MXL is a 1, 2, 3, so short under 23.80, stop over 25.23 on the MXL. And the WOLF is the same. This bar is not at the low exactly, so it would be under 44.25, stop over 48.50. Wow, that's a big stop. But that's my bearish list for tomorrow. I scan every day and I add more and I subtract some. I take some off that don't look good anymore, and so every day after the close I scan. But I do this video only once a week, so if you'd like to get my daily watch list, get my newsletter on a daily basis, get the earnings alert in the afternoon, please check out the link in the description. You can check me out for a month for just $49, okay, for your first month. All right, that will do it for today. Again, if you found benefit in today's video, please be sure to hit the like button. And if you have any questions for us, email us, info@t3live.com. Again, info@t3live.com. Thanks so much. Best of luck with your trading next week. Take care, everybody.